and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea. No matter how rough things may come to be, you and me, we're family. Sing ho, hey, long for the ride. Ho, hey, I'll stay by your side. Ho, hey, you'll always be alright by me. Yes, you're alright by me.
We've left our boat on anchor and we are off to Gobekli Tepe. So we're going to catch a bus, 16 hours overnight.
Literally nobody around. 20 or 30 miles in that direction there's the Syrian border, so I guess that scares a lot of Westerners off.
In the visitor centre you can watch a historical documentary and they even have a 3D cinema experience.
The actual site is 2 kilometres away from the visitor centre, so now we're on another bus going further up into the hills. It's amazing to think that this was all built by hunter-gatherers. I mean, there's a lot of sophisticated building techniques that have gone into this before Neolithic man even started farming.
Double the age of Stonehenge.
None of it really makes any sense, and that's what makes it so intriguing, I think. "20 miles in that direction is Syria, and a couple of hundred miles in that direction is Iraq and Iran. Probably about as close to a conflict zone as we ever want to get."
The guy with the gun has just taken our passports. Sanliurfa is quite a big city, as you can see, and there's a lot of mosques. So I've just decided I'm just going to wear a scarf like every other lady here, and I actually found that people don't stare as much. I quite like it. The pool of the sacred fish. The cave where Abraham was born.
One of the most authentic bazaars left in Turkey, and each street selling different things like jewellery, tobacco.
This is the woodwork section. This is metal, definitely.
What are you looking forward to most?
Air conditioning.
No, but I mean in the museum.
Air conditioning.
Today we're getting the bus to Ephesus.
This toilet 10 to 1 2.
Tickets, 72 lira. Over sort of 250,000 people lived in this city, and it's really weird to think that they all walked along this road as well.
The ruins! Boring. Library! Fascinating.
I was way too hot. There's about 12 toilets all literally lined up.
You do get a feeling of what a Roman city used to be like.
Let us go for a fight to get it.
What?
Okay, so that's Turkey. That's Greece.
Yeah, there's 2 postcards. Rowan, there's a police chase from 2 boats.
So we've just come around the northern end of Kos, between Turkey and the island of Kos, and this jet ski started coming straight towards us, and then we saw the Coast Guard following him, and then the Coast Guard dived in front of him and tried to knock him off his jet ski, and the jet ski had 2 people on. They went to Greece, into the shallows, so the Coast Guard couldn't get to him, and then suddenly he came back with only 1 person on board and tried to head to Turkish waters again. And then there was 2 Coast Guards after him, and then a 3rd one joined in, which we think now is the Turkish Coast Guard. So they've got 2 Greek Coast Guards and 1 Turkish Coast Guard chasing this 1 jet ski, and he's absolutely giving them the runaround. Maybe he's dropping off refugees or something.
It feels like the boat's going to tip over. It's very, very bad.
The wind has actually switched around to the northwest, and now we've got this horrible beat that's pinching rather a lot and obviously healing a lot and getting knocked around a bit. Been blowing a bit south.
So we're right on the edge of the Dodekanes, heading across Cyclades next.
What's happened? I feel like I've broken my nose.
So we accidentally ended up here, but you know, it's one of those fortunate accidents.
really amazing town or village wound around the whole mountain. But yeah, there's the boat, and on we go. Bit lost.
So in the last vlog we fought our way into Foligandros and we decided to rest up for a few days.
We are going up to Kora, to the town in the middle of the island. I'm shouting because we didn't bring the microphone, and we're going to go see what it's like.
There's like instruments, there's like boats, everything we possibly want. So now we're here, we're going to do some backflips like over there somewhere.
Ready? Are you okay?
Yep. That was really fun.
We're in Frickus Bay and we've just walked around to Frickus Town.
I got a chocolate ice cream. Magnum.
We're in Floriento Cafe
In Frickus Bay. That sounds like some news agents. We're gonna make a lemonade stand. We have sugar, we have lemons, and then we're gonna sell it for more than like maybe £20. We are putting sugar into water to make lemonade. I think that we need to stir it. Mom, I'm gonna kill my finger. Oh, don't do that. I didn't even wash them.
Your one is showing off.
Is this the half?
Yeah, that's it. Mind your fingers again.
You don't actually know that it's working, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're making lemonade. Lemonade. We're killing lemons. We're gorging its brain out.
So we picked up a friend of ours in Preveza and her two kids who joined us for a week sailing north. Two Rocks Bay is one of our favourite anchorages in the whole of the Ionian. The kids have gone ashore on the paddleboard and the smaller dinghy, and now they're doing their kind of swallows and Amazons bit, just exploring. We came about 2 years ago, the first anchorage we ever came to, and it was a great introduction because it's got beaches and caves to explore and some fantastic snorkeling. And so the kids got a taste of it quite early, but their expectations were set quite high after that.
It's one of our favourite places in the world so far.
So yesterday we made the sail up to Parga, and it was quite a nostalgic trip because I used to bring flotillas up here 15 years previously. about 30 miles offshore, and then this huge thunderstorm just kind of rolled in front of us. There's a couple of tankers bearing down on this position, so I want to kind of keep the engine on, just wait it out. Storm chasing at the moment. Every now and again we catch up a bit too close to it. Last lightning strike was about 20 miles away, as we've checked on our lightning app.
And behind me is an active volcano.
Okay, so this is the sulphur bath.
You won't recognise me after this. I'll be like even more beautiful than I was before.
We're anchored here and we are going to walk to the volcano's crater.
Dad, look. This is a mouth of a volcano.
The sulphur smoke just coming out, and it's really quite amazing. We've been round the crater and then we came down a very steep bit and we had to walk through the sulphur which was oozing out of the ground. Thought we'd get round it, but the path took us through it, so we had to kind of hold our breath and then run for it because it's really horrible. It kind of gets on your lungs.
So this is a Herculaneum archaeological site and it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
They put grooves in the roof so that drips used to run down the grooves and back into him and turn into steam.
"300 people were found in these storerooms that were leading onto the beach. That's how they've stayed for thousands of years. So the first part of this journey, we thought we'd have just enough wind to sail kind of at a good pace of about 5 knots, but we went for about 12 hours on the engine. Then the wind kicked in, and we've had this now since 6 o'clock this morning. It's been good speeds, up to 6 knots. Now we're approaching Sardinia. In the distance, you can see a lot of cloud. And what I'm thinking now is that storm that we had when we approached Sicily, and then suddenly how the winds picked up, the seas picked up. So we've just tried to prepare this time, stowed everything away, closing all the hatches, and then I kind of take my little perch, my little meerkat perch, and sometimes, I stand there for hours just keeping a lookout. The weather in the Med changes really quickly. Okay, here we are. This is the coast of Sardinia. We're just arriving just before it gets really dark. Yeah, there's a lightning storm coming through tomorrow morning and throughout the day, we think. Here we are in Sardinia though. Okay, so we're expecting some really strong winds on Sunday and Monday. So we found this bay on the south of Sardinia and we've put 2 anchors out, and we're going to wait it out now for 3 days and then try and head on Tuesday.
Beautiful little bay. There's a nice little tower up there, a lovely walk. There's a little restaurant down the corner on the beach. So even though we were stuck here for a few days, it hasn't been altogether unpleasant.
How do you now? Over.
I'll come and pick you up tonight.
This is our 3rd week now, waiting and waiting for the wind to change. But hopefully now it's turning, so a few more days we should be off.
Really good to be moving, as it always is. It's always good to move on. Yeah, looking forward to getting over to the other side now. Yay. So we're set off again across from Sardinia to the Balearics, and quite nice sea conditions actually, easy to get on with homeschooling. In the morning you set sail and then you spend days at sea. Only when I kind of look down on our life and I think, yeah, it is a bit weird, but that is our life, that's normal for us for the moment. I suppose what's good about it is just that you have no contact with the outside world. It's quite nice actually to get away from all of that. You don't have any news, you can't speak to anyone else outside. It gives you quite a lot of freedom, I think, and you just concentrate in your little world, our family world, aboard the boat. And again, you know, when you come back and you see land and you get back on internet contact, then it's quite nice to find out what's been going on. It's that kind of constant movement, like the sea, really. That's my philosophy for this morning. Erin, get out. We've been slowly hopping along the coast of Spain to get to the southern Costa del Sol to Almerimar. It's been really slow. The wind's constantly been going in the wrong direction. So we've been sheltering in little bays. This is Cabo de Gata, so it's our last anchorage before we stop and do lots of things on the boat for the winter. We're not going to cross the Atlantic this year. The main reason we're actually stopping is because I need to get some medical treatment on my scalp. I don't know what it is even, so I need to get diagnosed and treated. It's been a really busy, fantastic season. We've gone all the way from Spain to Turkey and back again. We've had loads of adventures on the way. This is a really nice place to sort of finish off this season, really. This is the last night at anchor and we're still out on beaches having fires. So today we're in Spain, but we are going to go up to the Sierra Nevada mountain range, sledging, or we might just play in the snow, who knows, just something nice and wintry.
We're going skiing in Spain.
I'm very excited because I love skiing.
We hadn't been skiing since Greece 2 years ago, so we were a bit rusty, but had a lot of fun.
I nearly killed myself.
You and me, we're family. No matter how far away we've grown to be, we travel on to unknown destinies. But you and me will still be family. Sing ho, hey, along for the ride. Ho, hey, I'll stay by your side. Ho, hey, you'll always be.
And if you want to do